All right, so we're here to take a look at the workouts that you have for the week. This week on the strength work, we're scaling back a little on the weight. And so a lot of this stuff for the strength is more for technique and speed, and I'll be going a little more into that on each specific day. You also may notice that if you really paid attention to that video that I sent out at the beginning of this 8 week cycle, that there have been a few changes in how we're doing things. Everything in general is the same. We just had to swap up a few minor things on a couple days. So, like starting on day one, our plan was to do snatch balance after snatch every day. But we found that we're a little limited on time to do that, so we just switched the snatch balance into the warm up. So on Monday, you'll be warming up for the snatch with some snatch balance in there. We're doing three position snatch. So this is how we're working technique over weight this week. Three position. We haven't done it in a while, but I'm sure a lot of you remember it. You're going to do a snatch from your hips, high hips, then a snatch from right above the knee, and then a snatch from the ground. And so that's where he gets the name. Three different positions. Then on after you do that, you're going to do 21, 15, 9 of power snatch and toes to bar, and then 75 double unders to finish it off. That snatch should feel pretty light. It's obviously going to get heavy with 21 reps. But if you want to go for RX plus, it's 115 or 75. But again, if you're not able to rep out 115 like pretty good, don't go RX plus. Just stick with the 95. On Tuesday, front squats, and you'll notice the percent there is fairly light. It's 55%. And the reason is because we're doing speed front squats. So speed squats is a way to lift and still get in the same amount of work without all the heavy weight. And so for some of you that are engineers, I remember this from your physics class, force equals mass times acceleration. So most of the time, whenever we're trying to increase the force with lifting weights, we increase the mass. And so you may do a squat with heavy weight, which is a lot of mass, and when you accelerate up, it's really not that fast. But what we're doing here, we're still doing the same amount of force, but we're keeping the mass lower and we're increasing the acceleration variable. So you're going to speed up as fast as you can. And it's just a good way to work with the same amount of force without actually lifting as much weight. Same thing on the presses today. And then in 15 minutes, you're going to grab a partner and complete as many rounds as possible of run 100 meters together, split up handstand push-ups, box jumps, clean and jerks, and 20 pull-ups. And there's an RX plus option. You can do 10 bar muscle ups instead of the pull-ups. You can bump up that clean and jerk weight, and you can increase the box jump height. Let's see, we're on Wednesday now. No, Thursday, I believe. Yeah, so Thursday. No, actually, I'm not going to say all this, but actually, I jumped to Wednesday on accident. So let's just jump back on Tuesday. We're actually uh, starting at 10 and going down to 1 of kettlebell swings, push ups, and sit ups. Then you can look over to the right and see the RX version, RX plus version, sorry. All right, then moving on to Wednesday, three position clean, same thing as the power snatch. Um, Presses with speed. That's where I kind of got off earlier. And then that 15-minute AMRAP that I just talked about. All right, now we're on to Thursday. Sorry for confusing all that. On Thursday, we're going to start off with some skill work. 3 rounds, not for time, of 6 pistols, 1 rope climb, and handstand push-ups. So it's difficult to learn new skills when it's always thrown into the middle of a Metcon. So this gives you a chance to practice those skills without being completely out of breath. And this is how you get better at them. Then you're going to complete 2 rounds for time, a 400-meter run with a wall ball overhead. So you're going to act like you have a plane of glass sitting on the top of your head, and that wall ball should not either touch your head, or it shouldn't go in front of your head or behind your head, but it needs to be over that plane of glass. Then you're going to do a 400-meter sled pull, 40 mountain climbers. A mountain climber standard is your back leg is straight and your front knee touches your elbow when it's forward. And then 10 wall walks. The mountain climbers has 40 total, so 20 on each leg. All right, moving on to Friday, we're going to start with power clean. So I explained a little bit earlier why we do speed work. It's a good way to kind of deload but still get the work in. So power cleans is a variation of speed work for deadlifts. So we've been doing deadlifts on Friday. And again, power clean is very similar to a deadlift, and is actually you get that higher force because think about it, accelerating a power cleanup, it has to be fast, even though the weight is a lot lighter than a deadlift. Then we'll do clean pulls, some more acceleration and speed work, and then we're doing Fran, 21, 15, 9 thrusters and pull-ups. Enjoy that. On Saturday, we're throwing in some different things at you here. So if you can get out here on Saturday, it's going to be a lot of fun, some new things. We're going to pick 3 stations, and you're going to do 1 minute at each station for max reps for 3 rounds. So you can pick from any of these: tire flips, Atlas stone. We have the log press, rope climb, or dumbbell snatch. So you can we're just gonna have the stations laid out there. You just go to each station whenever we say rotate. And then with a partner, you have all of this stuff to do right here: 100 wall balls, burpees, kettlebell swings, double unders, walking lunges with a kettlebell, toes to bar, 50 step ups, and 50 push ups. And you can break those up however you want. RX Plus is a 30-pound wall ball, 30 20-pound wall ball, and a 32 24-kilogram kettlebell. All right, enjoy your week.